TGIF, when ABC owned Friday night television. Grab a drink, grab a snack, and let's go back. Hey everyone, welcome back to Gen X Unfiltered. Today we're talking about TGIF, which for those who don't know was ABC's Friday night lineup.
But what does TGIF stand for?
Well,
I didn't know for the longest time.
Really?
Thank God it's Friday.
Or thank gosh.
Thank goodness, I think might have been. Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. Sorry.
They kept the religion out of the lineup, I think.
Goodness. That actually
Thank
is kind
goodness.
of... That's cuter, the thank goodness.
Yeah.
You know? Okay.
Well, I guess it's more less risque.
True.
That's right. They keep it.
True. But I interrupted you there, but continue on. What was TGIF Friday?
Well, TGIF Friday was an American primetime television. I'm taking this right from Wikipedia right now.
Hey, you do
This
what
is
you got to
official.
do.
That's right.
So it was an American primetime television programming block that aired on ABC at various points since the late 1980s.
Really?
That's weird. I didn't realize it was on. Well, yeah, I guess late night. Yeah,
I mean,
that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
I forget how old we are, so yeah, I probably could have watched it then too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
back to your first question. To answer your first question, what was TGIF?
Yes.
So the name comes from the initials of the popular phrase, "Thank God it's Friday."
It is God.
However, the stars of the lineup touted the meaning could be also "Thank goodness it's Friday."
Okay.
Thank goodness it's funny.
Oh shit! Thank goodness it's funny. I really didn't read that very well. Thank goodness I'm straining with my eyes here. Thank goodness it's funny.
Real life.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, I like the thank goodness it's Friday. Thank goodness it's funny. Because the whole point was it was on Friday night.
Well, I think they always just refer to it as TGIF. I don't know if they ever. I don't remember them saying TGIF. Thank goodness it's funny. It was just like TGIF.
Exactly.
Fridays on
Exactly.
ADC.
So this, I have...
And just one more thing.
Oh, yeah.
Before we go into this.
Yeah.
Just what kind of shows were they? They were mainly family-friendly audience sitcoms.
So you could sit down with the fam jam.
You sit down with Fam Jam, and they led into the news magazine 2020 every night.
Ooh, I love that. I loved it and love that show.
2020. It's still going strong. That's crazy.
It is.
I forgot it's been on that long.
It is. But what I was going to say is I have no notes in front of me for this, so anything that comes out of my mouth is probably going to be wrong. Just going to stay
Well, he's going to tilt. He's going to tilt the iPad your way so you can read.
But yeah, full disclosure. Just, I'm going off memory here.
Yeah, I remembered watching TGIF specific shows.
It was
Once we get through it, I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's right. That was a TGIF show. But a lot of it's,
Look, just overall, it was a big deal. Being like a preteen or like an early teen. Before you were like, did you just knock our wall down?
Yeah, I hit the wall. I really am a bull in a china shop today. I'm sorry.
Before, we were cool and went to parties. I never went to parties.
No.
It was like,
It was the shiz. You waited all week.
But we were like, I remember like, early teens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was on since the late 80s. So,
Yeah.
So if we look back at when it first aired, right, in 1989, the block initially premiered, little history lesson, on September 22nd, 1989. Yep. Marking one of the first attempts by a major television network to brand a programming block.
Was it
with the goal of encouraging young viewers to watch the entire lineup instead of just a particular show.
Ooh, smart. Was it 7 to 9? Was that the time, or 8 to 10? 8 to 10. I can't remember.
I don't have that in front of me, but I think it was 8 to 10, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like the prime time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So then I'm going to take a look at the first shows.
Okay, you do that, Eric.
So, are you ready?
Let's see if we remember.
Let's see if you remember these shows. Okay, so in the original run, the first season of TGIF way back in 1989, we had Perfect Strangers, Full House,
loved it,
Mr. Belvedere,
loved it,
and Just the 10 of Us.
I never watched Just the 10 of Us.
I am totally blanking on what was Just the 10 of Us.
Was that
I'm not sure.
Was that like a blended family type deal?
That sounds like an eight is enough,
Or
like a
Step by
Brady
Step.
Bunch.
I think I remember it, but yeah, it was probably like a modern day blended family deal.
You might be honest with Step by Step there. Like, wasn't Step by Step the same thing? Like a bunch of
it was the
blended families?
2 families, yeah.
Yeah.
That one I definitely don't remember. Everything else I definitely remember. I didn't realize Mr. Belvedere was a part of TGIF, to be honest.
No.
But I don't remember watching it, but I don't remember being in the mix with those.
I loved Mr. Belvedere, but yeah, I remember it not being part of TGIF.
I loved Full House. It's terrible now, but I loved it at the time.
No, I was a kid. Yeah, it was great. And what was the other one? Full House and
Perfect
Strangers.
Strangers.
Strange. That was
Perfect Strangers was classic. Come on.
Balky and Cousin Larry.
Cousin Larry?
That's great.
Can you sing the theme song?
That was one of the best theme songs, I think, for TV all time.
Okay, let's go. I want to hear it.
You want me to sing it?
Yeah, do it.
Oh, I'm totally blanking on how it goes right now.
I'll join in if I remember.
I remember parts of it. It started off with like, oh my God.
Did it have like a harmonica?
Yeah, it was
yeah.
There's like, sometimes the world looks perfect. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
That's right. Okay.
Sometimes you just get a feeling like you need some kind of change, and there goes our sign.
Oh, real life, guys. Well, the sign's staying down for the rest of the show.
Yeah.
So there you saw it. Real life, it just fell.
We need tax.
We need tax. But this
For
is
those of you watching on video, you just witnessed that happen.
That's
and
right.
we have ghosts in the basement.
We're watching this on a video podcast. Yes.
It's real life here. We just keep rolling.
I guess that was a sign from Cousin Larry to stop singing.
That's right. It's like,
Yeah.
we're just gonna, this is going off the rails. Let's just interrupt us.
Okay, so I did watch Perfect Strangers.
Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite. Full House was where I was. I was there for the Full House.
Yeah, that was where you
Yeah,
were.
Full House was huge.
And my parents were mean though. Love you, but they were mean when we were little. And my mom fully admits it to this day. When we were young, like she had our butts in bed as early as she could, so she could probably chill and watch TGIF by herself.
Probably.
So I don't really ever remember when I was very young like that watching the 9 to 10 time slot. I was probably already in bed.
Maybe that's why we don't remember the 10 of us.
Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe that was like
We were in bed at
past
that
our
point.
bedtime, yeah.
9:30, but yeah, my mom would just be like, go to bed. And she probably enjoyed TGIF on her own, eating her popcorn.
She's waiting to roll into 2020.
Damn. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Some
she
crazy
did.
true crime stuff.
But
All right, so
season 2, hold on, something's gonna happen here.
well, that's
Season
what
2.
I was just going to ask
Are you ready?
Yeah, go.
So we lost Mr. Belvedere. So shout out here for Mr. Belvedere.
Bob Uecker.
Guess who showed up though?
Let me take a guess. If this would be 1990.
It's the 89-90 season.
So this is the first TGIF season or
No,
the second
the
one?
second. First was 89, 88, 89.
Oh, okay. 90. What do you think came on? Because probably Family Matters.
You got it.
Yeah.
Mr. Steve Urkel.
Was it that old, eh?
Yeah.
Family Matters showed up in 1989-90.
Oh, wow.
Now,
Everything else in the lineup stayed the same. Full
Yeah.
House, Perfect Strangers, just the 10 of us.
can we just talk about Family Matters for a moment? Because I watched it all the time. Full House and Family Matters. Like, I watch those
Yeah.
all the time. I could not imagine going back and watching Family Matters now because I feel like it would be really annoying. Steve
Yeah.
Urkel was the most annoying character
Okay.
on the planet.
Well,
If we're
he was,
talking
I
about
think
the-
he was supposed to be like a bit character, though. Like,
I
I don't
know.
think he was ever supposed to be a star.
But
and
that's
then
fine.
yeah.
But
Because
he
it
was
was a
annoying.
one-trick pony, but he ended up
Yeah.
being the whole show.
Yeah,
Did I
yeah.
do that?
That
Kimmy Gibbler probably looked at that and was like, that should have been me.
Yeah,
I was supposed to be
I
an
know.
annoying neighbor. Where's my show?
But briefly about Family Matters, I mean, I know this is controversy everywhere on the internet. You always see it, but remember little sister Judy? She went up the stairs on one episode and just never came back.
That's right. That was always the big thing.
Where
that
did Judy
the one
go?
daughter just
disappeared.
disappeared. Yeah.
No talk. Like normally they explain it like, oh, she went to go live with somebody because whatever. No, literally no mention of Judy.
Well, it's
So
probably, I mean, to explain that an 8-year-old girl just disappearing, it's probably
But-
just easier just to not acknowledge it than to try and
mean,
come up with some weird, like,
maybe.
harebrained story. Because it's not like a soap
Yeah.
opera where, like,
I know.
they fell down a well and 20 years
it's
later
just-
they just come back.
It's just funny. It's like to
Yeah.
this day, it's still a topic of conversation.
But like Carl Winslow was a solid TV dad.
He was the police officer,
Reginald
right?
Bell Johnson, the man, the myth, the legend.
That's the one.
Great in
mom? Did
What?
Harriet
Die
work?
Hard.
Was
yeah.
she a teacher?
I'm not sure.
Or like worked in a school?
So
Oh, I don't remember.
bit of trivia. She actually was on Perfect Strangers
And she was
as she worked as the elevator operator at the newspaper the guys worked at.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Now I'm not sure if that character was the same character that showed up in Family Matters.
Yeah.
Or not.
If it was a spin. Yeah.
crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember.
the actress appeared in Perfect
Both, yeah.
Strangers. Yeah.
Oh, I remember she was a strong mom. She was.
Oh, yeah.
No,
She,
she-
No,
Right,
no BS
yeah.
from her.
no BS,
Yeah.
and she didn't have time for Steve Urkel's nonsense.
No. What was
No.
the daughter's name? Laura?
Laura Winslow, yeah.
Laura Winslow, yeah.
Eddie Winslow. Oh my God, why
Oh,
am
that's
I
right. I
remembering
forgot
this?
the older brother.
The
and
older
then,
Oh yeah, Eddie.
then they had
he had a good flat
the
top.
aunt.
I don't
that had-
remember the aunt.
Yeah, I can't
She was
remember
a
her name.
sassy. She owned like a restaurant.
Yeah, and then she
Or a
had
little coffee shop.
Eventually,
I
she had a
don't remember
kid. I don't know if
Yeah.
they were always. Remember, she had like the younger boy. He's like 4 years
No.
He had
old.
the longer hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was her kid, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember
I don't know
that.
if he was there the whole time or not, or if that was one of those when
So-
the show jumps a shark and they bring in a
Well,
new
yeah.
kid.
They got rid of Judy and brought in another kid anyway. Poor
Well,
Judy.
they did bring in that. I just don't remember the
I know.
timelines
I think
of
we
that
can
at
all agree when the show jumped the shark when Steve Urkel showed up on the scene. So Stefan.
Stefan
Stefano.
Urkel.
Stefan
that
Urkel.
cool
So
hip
stupid.
step.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve Urkel, yeah.
But Steve Urkel had his cool alter ego. I think that's what the show really, if it didn't jump the shark from day one, that's when
Yeah.
it really went over
Yeah,
the top.
yeah.
I mean, I'm all about justice for Judy. So what happened after the next
You need to
season?
let this thing go.
I can't. It drives me crazy.
All right.
I
all
didn't
right.
remember until you brought it up. That
it's my-
there was the daughter that just
Wait,
disappeared.
it's my Roman Empire. Where did Judy Winslow go? It keeps
This
me up
is-
at night.
It's what keeps you up at night.
Kelly's listening to sleep over this, but Let's move on. Okay, so it seems like ABC's got a bit of a pattern here to try and introduce a new show every season. So next season we have, they dropped Just the 10 of Us. So sorry, Just the 10 of Us. See you later.
I didn't know
And they introduced Going Places.
Nope.
Ring a bell? Going Places?
No, it's not ringing a bell at all.
Otherwise, it was the same. It was Perfect Strangers, Family Matters, and Full House.
They had a pretty solid threesome there with those shows. They lasted a while.
Like early TGIF, I think was those three were the mainstays, and then trying to reintroduce other shows to see what's going to hit, what's going to stick.
That's usually they try and do that.
So did that belong to us or whatever show you just said? Did
Going Places, please?
Going Places, did
I'm looking up on IMDb here.
Did that last more than one season?
I'll let you guess.
Well, no, tell me.
No.
Shocker. I mean, I have no idea what that is.
No. So moving on to the next season.
Yeah.
The same thing. We have Family Matters. Oh, actually, there's a change here. Couple changes. Big things. Family Matters is still here. Perfect Strangers is still here. Full House is gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did they? Oh, I feel like they moved Full House to like Monday or something.
Yeah, Full House moved to Tuesdays for a couple of years.
They probably were. It was probably they probably realized that show's big enough to.
They don't need the
stand
support.
on its own.
Yeah. So what was the lineup?
Step by Step showed up.
Oh, I used to love that intro with the whole like roller coaster, the like build up, and they'd be like, woo, and then they did the like theme song.
I don't remember that. Can you sing it for me?
I don't know the
I had to sing
song,
Perfect Strangers
but
for
I
a minute.
don't know the Step by Step song.
Wasn't it like Days Go By? Was that it?
No, that's Family
Is that
Matters.
Family Matters?
Yeah.
Go
The days go by.
I can picture the opening of Step
It's
like
the
this,
roller coaster.
like on the wooden roller coaster. But yeah, I can't remember the song at all.
All right, so
and then actually, a second show.
Okay.
Baby Talk shows up.
literally never heard of Baby Talk ever.
Baby Talk?
I did a little Googling, and Baby Talk was actually
It was like a.
it's based off of Look Who's Talking.
I was gonna say, was it like a Look Who's Talking type thing?
Yeah, so it's a baby with an adult voice talking in the voiceover.
Oh, good lord! There's no way that made it past
It's
one
the-
season.
no.
That was-
It's in her monologue, yeah.
yeah,
I feel like the 9:30 time slot was just never really hit because all the kids they were trying to target were in bed by then.
Well, that's the thing. If you're trying to target like
12, 10,
10, 11, 12-year-old kids and stuff like that, 9:30 is a little
Can I
pushing
just
it for some kids.
do a little side note? You were talking about the Look Who's Talking kind of thing. We can have a whole episode about this, but just a little side note that popped in my head. Did your parents use Look Who's Talking as a way to talk to you about, sex education? Because mine did.
My grade 3 teacher did.
Yeah, the opening with the whole like sperm plot.
Oh, I forgot about that.
My mom's like, watch this and ask me any questions.
My grade 3 teacher played that opening scene for us for like our health class, I guess. Yeah. But then she stopped right after. We're like, no, keep going. This is great. And then
I want to see the other part.
There's the
Because
movie.
the whole beginning was the little sperm flying, swimming to the edge.
Yeah, with Bruce Willis's voice was the
It
was the baby's inner monologue. Yeah,
they made a sequel to that.
Oh, they made like 5.
Yeah,
they made Look Who's Talking.
Look Who's Talking Now.
Yeah.
Look Who's Talking Now was animals.
I mean, Look Who's Talking is a pretty.
I'm
And
shaking
John
my head.
Travolta was there for all of them. So
God bless him.
Look Who's Talking was a pretty sick movie. I kind of want to watch it again.
It is. It's definitely something.
But yeah, it just flashed in my head. My mom used that as a way to talk to me about sex education, how babies were made. Watch Look Who's
It's
Talking.
built in. It's got all the everything everything right here.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll pivot back because that's a
Yeah,
part
that's
of the
where little getting off
conversation.
the tangent.
Anyways, so now we're on to the 1992-93 season.
So this will be like our bread and butter for
okay.
watching.
Yeah. You're going to know all these shows, I think.
Ooh.
So we got Family Matters is still here.
Yes.
Step by Step is still here.
Yes.
New show, Dinosaurs.
Oh, I hated that show.
What? With the baby and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Hated that show.
Again, for some reason, I remember that being like on Sunday nights or something like that.
No, I remember that being on TGIF.
I even thought it was a Fox show, but I definitely remember Dinosaurs.
And what was the next one?
And Camp Wilder.
Nope, never watched that.
Never watched Camp Wilder.
No.
Again, it's the 9:30 to 10 slot.
Dinosaurs, I think, was the epitome of a one-trick pony. It's like, we're going to make the baby the star of the show. We're going to give him a catchphrase.
What was the catchphrase?
Not the mama.
Like
That was his whole thing. Like,
that's right.
He loved his mom, but his dad, he didn't want anything to do with his dad. So he'd hit his dad over the head with a frying pan and say, "Not the mama." And that was like, haha, the first time. The 100th time, not as funny.
I don't think I ever watched a full episode of that. It just didn't really speak to me.
So I'm looking up here. So Camp Wilder, after her parents' death, a single mother moves back to her childhood home to become the legal guardian of her younger siblings.
Nope.
Starring Jerry O'Connell, Mary Page Keller, Jay Moore, Hilary Swank,
Literally.
Tina Majorino.
It doesn't even
Jared
sound.
Leto.
Doesn't even sound familiar.
I don't recognize that at all.
That cast went on to do a bunch of other things.
I know.
Though.
That's what I'm saying. There's some big names in here. Thank you, IMDb, for that. But
Jared Leto.
Hilary Swank. Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. So moving on to the 1993-94 season, Family Matters is still here, so
Going strong.
good there. Going
Still
strong.
there.
New show, Boy Meets World.
Ooh, I have so many stories about Boy Meets World.
Okay, well, we're going to pause. We'll come back to Boy Meets World. Don't
That's
worry.
fine.
We're
Go
going to pause.
Go on.
Step by Step is still here with us.
Yes.
Yeah.
We lost dinosaurs,
Darn.
but we got hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Ooh.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
This what? Like, so I remember all those shows. So I clearly watched TGIF in this era.
That's when you could stay up a little later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, and I was still young enough that I wasn't going to parties. It was all my age.
At like 11 or 12 years old, you weren't going out to party on Saturday, Friday nights?
Yeah.
Steve, I'm trying to sound cool, okay? I watched TGIF until 5 years ago, okay?
Well, okay, that's impossible. But anyways.
I know.
But hold on. So let's go back to Boy Meets World because you had a bit of a reaction there.
Yeah.
Okay, Boy Meets World was really cool. I loved it. No, I can't tell those stories because it's embarrassing because I was probably past its prime of watching it. But I had the biggest crush on the older brother.
Ryder Strong? Oh, Will Friedle.
Ryder Strong.
He was
I never really watched Boy Meets World.
Ryder Strong was poor Ben
Okay, can we just pause on Ryder Strong? One of the best, non-porn names of all time.
That is
Yeah, it
true. That
is.
is a very good,
Yeah.
But I felt bad because poor little Ben Savage, he wasn't the heartthrob of that show, not by a long shot. It was all Will
Corey Friedle.
Friedle.
Matthews, that was his name, right, on
Yeah,
the show?
it was all Will Friedle and Ryder Strong who were in the Teen Bop magazines. I don't think Ben Savage was in the Teen Bop
I'm sure
magazines.
he was, but,
but
he
not
was
as
more
big
like
a
the
thing.
goody-goody kind of
And
character.
if you were an young adolescent boy, you had the biggest crush on Topanga.
That's always the people argue the Topanga versus Kelly Kapowski. You see that a lot
Yeah.
on TikToks and memes and stuff like that.
That's
Yeah.
a good battle. Yeah.
I mean, Kelly Kapowski was a little bit more
She's very preppy.
yeah. Topanga was a little bit, yeah. I mean, whatever your preference
Well,
is.
depending on your age too.
Yeah.
Like Saved by the Bell, they were high school.
They were older,
whereas
yeah. This started when they were in grade 6 or
I was
something.
gonna say
Yeah.
they're in public school, I think.
But
Weren't they?
I loved the Matthews family. Then they had the younger sister,
Mr. Feeney.
Mr. Feeney, and then the dad and the mom. And
The parents always seemed so cool and hip. The dad had kind of longish hair.
They did.
He's like
Did
an
he
old
play
hippie or
bass in a
somewhere.
band?
He might. It looked like he did. Yeah.
And Will Friedle was kind of like the the without being, but kind of like the stoner older
He
brother.
kind of reminded me of a Joey Lawrence knockoff.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
From Blossom.
But
Speaking of, I think that was the thing in the 90s. Everyone had a catchphrase. Joey Lawrence had a catchphrase.
Whoa.
yeah.
Yeah,
Woo.
exactly.
But I love Boy Meets World. I had a few Teen Beat posters of Will Friedle in my room.
Back in the
just
day with the
saying.
magazines. Oh, God.
Yeah,
I
the
forgot my
little-
sister had all those tigers and
Tiger
Beat.
Beat. He had
Yeah.
the little mushroom cut. And okay, I'm not gonna lie, me and my friend were so obsessed. One time we went and bought all the Teen Beat magazines and we made actually a collage on paper of Will Friedle. I mean, some people would say that that's stalker and creepy. It was just us expressing our love for.
My sister did that. I remember she had walls covered in New Kids on the Block and stuff like that.
It's what teen girls did back then. And girls
Did you get a
don't-
lock of his hair and cast spells and stuff? Or?
No,
Okay.
but you know what's-
we're safe then. We're safe.
But you know what's sad is kids, girls, boy, whoever, but mostly girls, but they don't get to experience that now. They don't have team. I mean, they do, but they're not sitting at home cutting out pictures of their heads. And this sounds creepy. I'm going to stop.
Even if you wanted to, though, it's not. So the magazines, that's
It's
a whole other
different.
topic.
Yeah.
But it's just they're not around
But
really anymore.
it was a thing. Saturday morning, go to the store, get the news magazine, go home with your friends, and you cut out all the pictures and make little hearts and put it on Bristol board and hang it up. Put stickers on it. It was a thing.
Yeah.
No, I said my sister. I had posters in my wall, more rock or sports posters and stuff like that. But
No
I'm
Will
having
Friedles?
tons of posters.
Anyway,
No Will Friedle, no Topanga, no Kelly Kapowski.
although apparently I haven't listened to it yet, but there is a podcast that Danielle Fisher, and who's she do it with? Ryder Strong or Will Friedle? I don't know which one, but the two of them do a podcast about Boy Meets World.
No, really? There's a lot of that. That's a big thing now.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot
Yeah.
of these. I was watching the clips on TikTok. It's the son and daughter from The Sopranos.
Yeah, they do it.
Not so
Do
much
these
as
cast reuniting?
it's not a Sopranos themed podcast
Because
though.
they've remained very close, so they're like
Yeah.
brother and sister. They say all
But
the time.
they're
Yeah.
the Office ladies.
Yeah.
There's ones about
Why not?
Curb Your Enthusiasm. I saw one just pop up now.
Okay,
It's
but
cool.
I'm
So-
sorry, I got you off track. So
No,
dial
no,
back
we're-
after Boy Meets World.
That's fine. We went down the Boy Meets World path there. That's okay.
People
it's okay.
now think of me as a crazy stalker. That's okay. I
That's
can live
fine.
with
They
that.
get to know the real Kelly. This
That's
is
right.
This is a good thing.
I can live with that.
Okay, so I think ABC found a winning lineup here because that lineup
Yes.
stays the same in 94, 95.
Oh yes, it was winning.
Oh, yes, it was winning for sure.
But wait,
They finally cracked the code. The
Wait.
secret sauce.
hold on though.
Wait. It's still going strong. Anyways, No, say your piece.
No. I was just going to say, before we get out of the perfect lineup, I think we have to have a quick little discussion about Step by Step. Patrick Duffy, Suzanne, who was
Summers.
Summers, R.I.P.
Yeah, exactly.
We had like Stacey Keegan on there. We had
that's right. She was the daughter with like the
original Hobie.
Hobie
Brandon
from
Call.
Baywatch, yeah.
Brandon Call.
The little dorky kid with glasses.
I saw him recently on Instagram, or it was like him now. I was like, he looks
the same.
Quite
whatever.
not as but glasses and everything. It's like, oh my god,
he kept the look.
I'm not a fan of the like Cousin Cody.
He was the other one. He was kind of like the stonery, goofy guy.
Yeah. Like, do we need a Cousin Cody? No.
And there was 2 daughters, right?
Then there was the tomboy girl, Alex, I think. I can't remember. I know she's been in stuff too. I just don't know her name.
But there was another one with dark hair, right?
The dark hair one. She's been in stuff, but I can't remember her name either. But yeah, there was a bunch of them. So, it was a good show. There was always hijinks with the blended families and yada, yada, yada. But Cousin Cody, I was like,
real question for you. Did any kids go missing, like in Family Matters?
No. Not that I remember. I mean, maybe, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
It wasn't as big of a conspiracy as poor Justice for Judy. I don't know.
Did we talk about Family Matters like the grandma?
No.
Remember the sassy grandma?
Oh, yes. Grandma Winslow?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she was awesome.
She told it like it was.
Did she disappear too?
I think so.
I think she was just like a bit part.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember her being there, but you brought it up, so I was like, oh, did something weird happen there?
No, I just had a flashback to Grandma Winslow for some reason.
All right. So Step by Step.
This lineup was like solid for a couple years. That lineup stayed the same until 96, 97. So that was like a key lineup for like 3 years right there. No change.
Yeah.
So next change happened in 96, 97.
Ooh.
You ready for this?
Oh, I'm sad. I feel like Perfect Strangers is gone. I feel like
Perfect Strangers left a long time ago, my friend.
Perfect Strangers is not in this lineup.
Okay. Anyway, go on.
Are you here?
Sort of. I'm thinking about Will Friedle in my posters, okay?
Okay, you're off in that land. Okay, so 96, 97, we got Family Matters still.
Ooh.
But big changes here. Sabrina the Teenage Witch shows up.
Oh, yes.
What was her name? Melissa Joan Hart?
Yeah, Melissa Joan Hart.
Yeah, and then Clueless. So based off the movie.
Show, yeah.
And then Boy Meets World is still with us. So you're still set. But Boy Meets World moves to like the last time slot of the night. So I'm guessing like it got spicy.
Or not that. It was popular.
Really?
It was probably popular to get people to watch, stay right to the end.
Oh,
smart.
I would think. I don't know.
Did you say less popular?
No, more popular. It was probably the most popular.
Okay.
So
I think Steve's onto something.
They'd probably bookend it with the 2 big shows, get people in, and then stick around to the end.
So I think Steve's onto something. They started with Family Matters, ended with Boy Meets World.
Yeah, so they probably took their 2 biggest shows and sandwich potential garbage in the middle.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I did watch that, like, not religiously or anything, but I did watch it. It had the talking cat.
That's right. No,
and all that stuff.
By that point, those shows, I think I probably.
Oh yeah,
I definitely didn't watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch on that.
I never watched.
So I think maybe at that point I tapped out. My TGIF days were over.
You're out partying.
You aged out from TGIF.
Like, I'm out. ABC.
Peace.
I never watched the Clueless TV show. I love the movie, but I never watched the TV show.
See, with the movie and stuff, I remember it coming out and stuff like that.
Oh my god! As if that was like the best movie ever.
Oh, Alicia Silverstone was like
that made her career,
like with all the the Aerosmith videos and all this stuff. Like she was everywhere in like the 90s.
Was that the tagline in Clues? As if that's what they said. As if.
They said that a lot.
Yeah. So okay, I feel like this was the beginning of the end for TGIF.
Yeah, we're running. So the first run of TGIF ended in 2000.
Probably
so
when
we're at 96, 97. So we're getting towards the end now.
Like Family Matters and Boy Meets World is probably almost near their end. That's why.
Oh, did you see this list already?
No,
you're guessing things now.
I remember things. I loved my TV.
Okay, so 97, 98, like you said, Family Matters is no more.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I mean, that's like almost,
to the heart.
It's like almost a 10-year run.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good run for him.
Instead, we have Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, starting off.
Mm-hmm.
Boy Meets World is still here, so you're set.
Okay.
You Wish was the show?
Nope. Never heard of that.
Nope.
And Teen Angel.
No, never heard of that. Literally never heard of that.
Never heard of Teen... Okay, I thought maybe Teen Angel would be up your alley.
I was just sticking around for Boy Meets World, apparently.
No, by that point, I definitely was like, I think I was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're struggling towards the end here because now we got a bunch of new shows the next season.
That's usually the sign that they're... Or like some of those shows might have still been on, but they move them around or whatever. But they're definitely there.
So kicking off in 98, 99, we have...
Sorry, I just hit the microphone. It just scared me. I got beat up by my mic.
If you're hungry, we can take a break. Anyways, So 1999, we have Two of a Kind.
Nope.
Don't know that one.
No.
Boy Meets World, still here.
Yeah.
Still going strong. That
Still
show was
going
on
strong.
for a while.
It was.
Sabrina's still here, so I think Sabrina's kind of like one of the new shows that caught on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brothers Keeper.
That sounds weird, but no, I never watched that.
Is it?
Was that like the Lawrence brothers or something like that?
Oh, maybe. Where
Maybe.
where the oldest brother looks after the two other brothers.
Yeah.
I could be telling you wrong. Before, I'm just going to look it up on IMDb so I don't sound like an idiot.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar. It sounds very ABC.
It sounds like one of those kind of shows. But yeah, so definitely I think at this point in time, really Sabrina's kind of taken over and Boy Meets World is still kicking around.
Sabrina was very popular. That show, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like it had a good run.
You know, you said that just kind of like triggered a memory was like the talking cat. I'm like, I remember that in the
Yeah.
commercials and stuff. Like,
Yeah, what was his name? Salem?
I think so.
I think so. The talking, and it was really shitty, like
it was
special effects.
bad comedy. Yeah.
But I mean, the talking cat was really like it literally looked like a puppet talking.
It was one of those cats. I'm pretty sure it was a puppet when it had to talk. Otherwise, it was a real cat just on the set.
Yeah, because when it was talking, it was just like, okay, can we at least pretend? I mean, I get it. It was the late 90s. They didn't have the technological advances as today.
And
But
that was sort of Melissa Joan Hart's era, right? Like late 90s.
Is that?
Because she had that movie,
She was in a bunch of them.
She was in
I
a bunch
love
of
that
movies.
movie. No, she
I can't
wasn't.
even find this Brothers Keeper.
Well, I think it was a Lawrence Brothers show, but
Okay.
so what happened after that?
So we're coming up to the last season of the first run of TGIF here.
Oh, no.
All right. Are you guys ready? The Hugleys.
no.
Yeah,
Oh, I've heard of it.
Yeah, I remember him.
The Hugleys. Boy Meets World. So that made
Still
it to the
going
end.
strong. Eh?
Yes.
Sabrina Teenage Witch and Odd Man Out.
No. Nope.
Don't know
That-
Odd Man Out.
That
Don't know that
again.
one.
God damn, that sounds familiar.
I was out. I mean, I was watching Boy Meets World, but then I'd be out with my friends.
Yeah. Yeah, with the shifty eyes.
Yes.
With my friends. But yeah, that was the end of the first run of TGIF.
All right. 90% of those shows I don't remember.
Oh, geez, yeah, this has got to be it. A teenage boy lives with his mother, aunt, and three sisters, handling the struggles of everyday life.
No, didn't.
Oh, man.
I don't remember any of the names on this show.
I mean, I feel really
Well, I had Marky Post.
Oh, I know Marky Post from Night Court.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Didn't she die too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she passed away
I
last year, maybe?
I definitely the era of the Step by Step, Boy Meets World. I already forgot what other ones were in there. We never talked about Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I did watch that show.
I actually really liked Hanging with Mr.
I did
Cooper. Was
too.
the guy, Mark Robinson? Was
I
that his
think it
name?
was. And wasn't the
star of the show?
The girl, was it Vanessa Williams or no? Who was the girl in it? I can't remember. I could be getting confused with
Yeah,
another
but I
comedy.
definitely remember. I really liked
sure.
Mr. Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Yeah, I remember that being a really good show. I remember being funny. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
that
was
was
good.
definitely like sort of the 95, 96 era. That's kind
Yeah.
of the peak. But I definitely like even the earlier ones. Like I loved Mr. Belvedere. Like I said, I didn't realize Mr. Belvedere was on.
Yeah.
BBC
Just
at
the
all.
first season, yeah.
Yeah, I totally didn't realize that. But I
No.
loved Mr. Belvedere. I always loved that show.
That's another one with a great theme song. We're talking about
Yeah.
Perfect Strangers
I
theme
can't
song.
sing it, but it's like it was a piano music, right?
It was like
It was like sort of like weird, like old timey.
it was like ragtime
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, life is more than your survival. Just might have the good times yet.
You know what's hilarious? That theme song was in Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Well, they made like a fake
made a
version of
fake
it. Where
version of
why am I blanking on her name right now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The girl on Always Sunny, she dressed up like a man to pretend to be like a British butler for her family.
Yeah.
That was great.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Focus
Anyways,
back. Focus
oh yeah,
back.
sorry, we're back in the 90s. We're back in the
ABC.
90s. So just really quickly from Wikipedia, you guys hit on a bunch of key points here about
Yes.
why TGIF ended in 2000.
Okay.
But, however, ratings began to decline during the later half of the decade due partly to Fridays becoming more common for social outings among segments of the block's key demographic.
Yeah.
Eric
Yeah.
has trouble reading and talking.
As well as, I'm talking right now. Thanks for calling it out on
Yeah.
camera,
No
everyone.
kidding, that's great.
Thanks a lot.
Well, because I thought he was going to make fun of himself, because he always does. He's like, I can't read.
I can read.
Okay, go. Well, you can
Let him
read
do
now.
his thing, man.
Yeah. Anyways.
I'm in my joking era.
So that ties into what you guys are saying,
Yeah.
basically. Like, you were kind of aging out from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like way too cool to be watching TV at home on Friday night.
Well, that's
Yeah.
probably why they start throwing in the new shows, seeing if they can get some fresh blood.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, like, ABC did try to do a reboot in 2003.
Ooh, what shows were on that? I probably still watched it, not
I
gonna
wonder,
lie.
yeah.
Okay. 2003, this is the second run of TGIF. They had George Lopez,
I heard of it.
I remember George Lopez,
Never
the
watched
comedian,
it.
yeah.
Married to the Kellys,
Nope.
Hope and Faith.
I've heard of it. That had
There's two.
Kelly from Regis and Kelly was on that.
and it had
Kelly Ripa.
the
Kelly Ripa.
Murphy Brown chick on it.
Candice Bergen?
No. The younger one, the blonde one. What was her name?
Oh, yeah. Jeez.
Can't remember her name, but she was on Murphy Brown, I think. But yeah, I remember that.
I remember those shows, but I definitely wasn't watching at that point.
Me either. Life with Bonnie.
Was it Bonnie Hunt, right?
Bonnie Hunt.
Wasn't sure.
That sounds like I think you're onto something there. I think that was it.
I didn't watch those.
No, those were definitely... I don't think I was the target audience for those.
How long did this run, like this era last of ABC?
This era lasted for 2 seasons. That was it.
Oh, shit.
So here we go. The last season of the second run of TGIF. 8 Simple Rules.
Ooh, but that show was huge.
That was a big show, yeah.
Yeah. That show was big because it even lasted after John Ritter passed.
Because he died, I think it was in like the first or second season. Like
it was early.
It was early.
Was super sad.
It was.
And then Complete Savages.
That just sounds savage.
Nope. Hope and Faith is still with us.
Okay.
Oh,
we lost Life with Bonnie, and they traded it for a show called Less Than Perfect.
No, never heard of that.
No, me either.
No,
that one. And that's the end of the second run of TGIF.
Did they come back for a third one?
You better believe it.
So they tried a third time, eh?
They thought
a third time would be the charm.
But at this point in time, I feel like quickly. What year was the third time start?
2012 to 2013.
Oh, so they waited like.
But at that point in time,
2 years between them.
Yeah, there was a big stretch there.
In time, there was a lot more like well, I don't know, was streaming around then? I guess not really.
At that point, Netflix was still through the mail for a lot of folks.
Yeah, that might have been maybe torrents, but 2013 I think was still too early for
they tried.
stuff like
there was some Netflix, I think, then.
What was in this era?
Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Last Man Standing. Huh?
No.
Who likes Tim Allen?
That was Tim Allen, right? Yeah.
That was Tim Allen's, I think, comeback attempt to TV.
Yeah, that's right. That was kind of his...
Malibu Country.
No, I feel like I should have watched that, though.
And Shark Tank.
Shark Tank, really?
Shark Tank was a good show.
They
I like
only
Shark
had
Tank.
3 shows?
Oh, Shark Tank was an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, Shark Tank. That was the
Shark Tank was good.
Spin-off of the Canadian series Dragon's Den, right?
Yeah. No. Shark Tank was good, but I mean that's a weak Friday night lineup.
Well, that's a whole different demographic now. I think that's not so much like
it's like our parents.
No, Shark Tank. You're definitely not looking for. I don't know many 12-year-olds wanted to watch a show about aspiring entrepreneurs getting ragged on by billionaires.
Exactly. I think Tim Allen, like Last Man Standing, was more towards the middle age.
They were probably going for parents. You know.
So how long did this third attempt last?
You got 3 seasons here.
Oh,
3 seasons. Okay.
Longer than the second stretch.
Did the same shows the entire time, or did they switch out?
No. So Last Man Standing lasted the whole run. Actually, that's surprising. But we got Happy Endings.
Ooh, I think I saw that movie.
That's a weird name for a show. Not gonna lie. Awkward.
Last Man Standing, The Neighbors, and Shark Tank.
No, only know Shark Tank.
Don't know The Neighbors.
No.
The Neighbors, no. It doesn't ring a bell at all.
So then last season, we lose Happy Endings. Happy Endings was just for the spring portion of the season. Actually, it lasted a half season.
Oh, dear.
So it was literally a happy ending.
One and done.
And we got Last Man Standing still with us in the final season.
Tim Allen, yeah.
Christella?
No.
Christella?
Christella is the name of the show.
No.
And then Shark Tank.
Yeah, definitely by that point, no.
I mean...
But again, it all leads to the same road, 2020.
Yeah.
2020, it's still
all leads to the same
2020 is still on now,
my God,
I think.
I love 2020.
But anyways, that was the third run of TGIF, so... I don't think it had many memorable shows in there.
They should be, based on the timeline, they should be getting ready for a fourth kick of the can anytime now.
I think we can all agree. Well, now they won't because there's too much streaming stuff.
I know.
But I think we can all agree that our era of TGIF for those couple of years was like peak.
Oh, yeah, that mid-90s era there.
Yeah.
Well, those are big shows.
So ABC, you can thank all the young Gen Xers or... No, are we young or old?
ABC's like, you can thank us for the
elder millennials and young Gen Xers.
And young Gen Xers for keeping your shiz up because that was all us. Just saying. We watched it. We gave you the ratings.
I think Kelly's looking for some recognition there.
ABC, let's go.
I don't know what she wants.
I know, I'm just saying it's funny because...
So that was definitely your favorite lineup then, out of all this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know half the other shows.
No,
definitely the late... From the very beginning till like the halfway point.
Yeah.
It was around 93, 94.
Once Sabrina shows up in 96.
Yeah.
96, that was kind of like at that point. I was like, I remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch being like, I remember that being a show and stuff, but
I mean,
I stuck
around.
I don't think it was really the
target.
I stuck around probably till Boy Meets World was over, not gonna lie.
Did you watch the final episode of Boy Meets World?
Yeah, didn't they?
Did he meet the world?
No.
Oh.
He blew it up.
He blew it up.
It was like a pretty not controversial, but for like what started out as like a show about like 12-year-olds, like it ended where like, you know,
didn't, like the Ryder Strong character get addicted to drugs or something?
Yeah, like it got all dark when they went to college and stuff. And like,
the college years. Those always get dark.
Yeah,
and I think Corey and Topanga, like I don't remember correctly, but I think there was like maybe an unmarried pregnancy in there. I don't know. There was something, or a pregnancy, and then they got married, or they got married and got pregnant. I don't know, but there was some, like it was something.
Yeah, they tried to go a little more Degrassi, a little more like hard hitting, not so much the sitcom side, more like the become more of a dramedy.
Yeah, so if I had to ask you what your favorite show was out of the whole lineup, I think it's pretty clear.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I would say I have to say Boy Meets World is probably the one I definitely watched. Family Matters I watched, but now thinking back, I'm like, oof, it just wasn't my thing, I don't think. But I watched it. Definitely Boy Meets World, I'd say, is probably. And I used to really like Step by Step.
Okay. Steve?
Favorite show?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's tough. Out of all of the ones on there,
Last Man Standing?
It's up there. Maybe I'm going to go for Hope and Faith. No, honestly, probably...
Perfect Strangers?
Yeah, no, maybe Full House.
But that was only like one season.
Yeah, but it was on way longer than
True.
Yeah.
there. But in terms of, like Full House would have been a big one.
I did like Full House.
Mr. Belvedere as well. Everything from like the early seasons, really. Family Matters, I watched
but that's
on
the
and
thing,
off.
like... I think I would really cringe to watch it again.
Well, I think go watch a Full House episode right now. It's like...
I would cringe because it's like old and outdated, but I would still be like, oh yeah, that's nostalgic. But Family Matters, I just feel like the Steve Urkel character was not my thing.
Poor Steve Urkel.
White, man. Ragging on poor Jaleel White.
No, Jaleel White.
Got any cheese?
Jaleel White is totally fine. Just the character was just much. Like, how much can we like just stereotype this nerdy in love with the cool girl?
Arthur doing the Urkel dance at like the Emmys or something like that with Jaleel White? That was some peak television. You can find it on YouTube. Go check it out.
I forgot there was an Urkel dance.
That's right. Arthur did it with him.
Yeah.
I don't remember the Urkel dance.
Two titans of comedy TV, different generations coming together as one.
Think of the Pee Wee Herman dance, but like worse.
Do you think that I know what the Pee Wee Herman? I've never watched Pee Wee Herman in my
Remember
life.
he did a little dance on the table with the shoes?
Yeah. And first of all, can we talk about why did Steve Urkel literally wear the same clothes every episode? Like, couldn't you find other nerd clothes?
He was like a Steve Jobs or something like that. He had no time. He just wear the same clothes every day.
He's ahead of his time.
One less decision to make every day.
He's a genius.
Wear a different shirt. Like, you can still dress like a nerd.
Steve Jobs always wore like a black turtleneck and jeans.
Yeah.
Whatever.
These guys say you only get so many good decisions in a day. You're not going to waste it on your outfit.
I think I've decided that Family Matters is my Roman Empire, the whole entire show.
Certainly like to praise it, shit on it. You're all over the place with the show. I can't tell if you like it or hate it.
I don't know. I don't know if I like it or hate it.
Something about that show hurt you. You're so hung up on it. I think it's the Judy thing. Like, you just can't get over it.
She left. I have abandonment issues.
It just twisted your whole view on the show. Like, you're all over the place.
I have abandonment issues because Judy left and never said goodbye.
You watched it for 8 years.
Oh my God. You worried you'd be Judy. One day you'd walk upstairs and never come back.
Yeah.
That's it, isn't it? Oh my God, we unlocked the key.
That's it,
The key to Kelly's anxieties.
Or maybe you were hoping one of your siblings would do the same thing.
I mean, not gonna lie.
I wouldn't care if she walked upstairs and never came back.
Eric, I have a question for you though, because I'm not sure, but did you give us a quiz this time?
No.
Oh, we never even asked Eric though. What was his? We never asked Eric what his favorite show was of this season.
Well, since I'm technically co-hosting this one, I'm gonna tell you what my favorite one was.
Okay, Eric, hold on. Let me properly segue into this.
All right.
Eric, what was your favorite TGIF show?
Well, Kelly, my favorite TGIF show was Perfect Strangers.
Of course it was.
What do you mean, of course it was?
Wait, hold on. When we took a quick break to restart the camera, well, not a break, 2 seconds to restart the camera, Eric was belting out the Perfect Stranger song, so I need him to belt it out again so we can actually hear it.
This is one of the best theme songs of all time.
It was a great theme song.
Yeah.
The people want to hear it.
I started off singing the verse. I'll sing the chorus now. For the people out there. Get ready for this.
This is what the guys want to hear. Do you need a little pitch to pipe?
Please.
We'll join in.
No, but it was ready?
Yeah, okay, go.
It's standing tall on the wings of my dreams. Rise and fall on the wings of my dreams. Rain and thunder, wind and haze are bound for better days. Background singers. There we go. It's my life, my dream. Nothing gonna stop me now.
Okay, I'm not.
Harmonica.
Oh, sorry.
That's right.
I'm not gonna lie though. Yeah. That is very inspirational.
That's what I mean.
No, it's very inspirational. And it told the whole backstory in the opening, like cousin Balky leaving
Bartakamus?
Yeah, no, that was his name though, isn't it? Balky Bartakamus.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's his last name.
But I'm trying to remember. But he left. Oh my
Meepos.
God, Meepos. Remember, he was on the back of the truck. The whole family's there, and you see cousin Larry, and they meet up together. So
yeah,
like
exactly.
The whole opening of the whole premise of the TV show was explained in that opening.
Exactly. The song is 80s cheese, but it's purely inspirational and catchy as hell.
It's very inspirational. I mean,
can anyone name the two actors?
Yes, I can.
Bronson Pinchot was definitely.
Yeah,
no,
Martin Pinchot.
I don't know.
But does anyone?
Mark.
Larry?
I think it was Mark something. Mark
like Applegate or Appleyard.
Mark Appleton,
something like that.
I think it was Mark Applegate.
He had curly hair.
Yeah, I just don't remember his name at all.
But those two are hilarious.
Were they? I think I need to rewatch Perfect Strangers. I mean, I watched it, but I don't remember like much about it.
I love Perfect Wikipedia. I love Wikipedia. Perfect. Yeah, I love Perfect. Yeah, like I said, all those shows, like Mr. Belvedere too.
Yeah,
those shows were great. Like Bob Uecker.
Exactly. Oh, Bob Uecker. Oh my God.
Those are great shows.
I don't know.
But Perfect Strangers was the anchor to TGIF. That's what it's according to Wikipedia, anyways. That was the show that they built the schedule around for the first season.
Okay. Can I just go back to anybody remember the Step by Step theme song? Because I feel like as soon as you hear
when
it,
you say Step by Step, I just think of New Kids.
You're right. I think they say New Kids on the New Kids on the Block.
Stressing me out because I know it, and I like was there words I don't remember.
I don't know. I don't have to Google it later.
Anyway, so there's no quiz. But
no, so I think we've blessed the people with my singing voice for long enough here, so I'm not going to sing anything else.
Okay.
But maybe just to close out.
Okay.
If TJF came back, would you watch it again?
Honestly, no, because I don't watch real TV anymore. I just stream. I haven't got time for sit down at 8 o'clock and watch TV.
Good point.
So, I mean, I might.
Streaming kind of kills the whole having a Friday night lineup on TV, right?
I might watch the shows if they were part of the lineup, but I wouldn't sit down on a Friday to watch them.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
It's just sort of what it is. But I mean, again, speaking of this stuff, it's kind of sad because as we're talking, I'm thinking of all these things being 10, 11, 12 years old. And it was a big deal on Friday night. I don't know if you remember,
but on TGIF, they also had the actors in between shows doing little PSAs and intros to the upcoming show and stuff.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And even sometimes you would get the crossovers where someone from one show would show up on another show. Sometimes you have a little crossover episodes and stuff like that. Not very often, but you had all sorts of stuff going on.
Yeah. It was awesome because like I said, I would always have popcorn or just
popcorn and Diet Coke.
Yeah.
It's always your...
It was my thing, okay? It was my thing.
You're consistent.
I'm a creature of habit. But hopefully that was fun for you guys to kind of relive.
I was going to say, Kelly's done talking now, so the show's over.
No, Eric just said to wrap it up, so I thought he was done talking.
Well, no, I'm asking everyone their opinion, not just
everyone's opinion. Not
I forgot. I'm in my selfish era right now.
Yeah, I think that's where we are right now.
Called Kelly's life.
So I'm going to ask Kelly to take a pause.
Okay. Can I just say one thing though? Because I don't want people to really think that I'm a selfish. I'm not. My brain gets very and then I just can't remember. But Steve, go ahead. As he just showed me the timer.
I'm showing the timer because we're gonna have to stop the camera again. It's
go ahead. Go ahead.
I would watch it if it was if they did reboots of all the old shows. Ooh. Maybe I would watch it. I know they did a Full House reboot, but maybe they did a Step by Step, or if they did a TGIF of those old shows rebooted with the old cast and stuff like that.
Okay.
Maybe I would watch that.
Yeah.
But if they just brought back a TGIF with all new shows, probably not going to watch it because I'm going to guess they're going to be geared to 12-year-old kids.
Yeah.
So probably not going to be something I want to watch, but maybe it was geared towards us where it was I said, you take the Full House reboot, you make a Step-by-Step reboot, a Perfect Strangers reboot, and did a TGIF sort of like that.
Yeah.
I'd probably watch that.
I just think that no network's going to invest in that anymore because they have streaming.
They might put it up as a streaming thing.
Yeah, but they're not going to have a whole they're not going to build shows around a time slot. I don't think time slots mean anything anymore.
No.
No.
So, I mean, whatever. It's just, sorry.
Yeah.
Now can I wrap it up?
No, I have to answer.
I was going to say, Eric's going to let it.
We really are in Kelly's selfish era right now.
No, it's not that my brain's just now I'm focused on the time. So I'm oh no, we got to hurry. Okay, go.
So yeah, real quick. I would say if ABC could make it a big event again, maybe I would watch.
Yeah.
Where they had tie-ins between the shows and stuff, all those things they did back in the day to make it more of an event, not just here's 4 shows on a Friday, but here's it's an event, come sit down and watch, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think maybe I would, and but it's hard though because streaming is so convenient.
I have to say that
it had to be something really compelling too.
Exactly, they have to make it really exciting, a real compelling event to go sit down and watch.
I don't have to get cable again.
I think no,
that's true.
Problem number 1, I don't have cable anymore.
But really,
that's it. Find a way to stream TGIF.
But really,
maybe that's the
really
solution.
quickly though, I think Steve said it most. Like, I would definitely probably carve out my Friday nights if they brought it back with the nostalgia factor for us who made TGIF Friday what it was, right?
So I think if Will Friday comes back, Kelly will watch.
Yes, I will.
Will Friedle, you're hired.
Yeah.
But I think that would, because I mean, let's be real. I watched the Full House reboot
That's what I'm
because
saying.
of
If they
nostalgia.
did
It was
the more
terrible.
nostalgia thing, I would watch it. But if it came back as
Yeah.
just something that new, no,
Sorry for calling him Will Freddy.
You did say Will Freddy, didn't you?
I thought you did. Yeah, Will.
I never watched the show.
Really?
No.
You've never watched Boy Meets World? What's
I've seen
wrong
a
with
couple
you?
episodes.
It's like the greatest love story of preteens. What's wrong
That's
with you?
probably why I never watched it.
Zach and Kelly, come on.
Yeah, hey.
Well,
Say
true.
what
Nobody
about-
can beat that.
That's a whole other
When
topic.
they
Because
broke, okay. Oh yeah, I could talk all day about Zach and Kelly.
NBC Saturday mornings. Good
All
stuff.
right, guys, but I think that's officially it for
That's it.
this.
I think we've covered it all. Yes.
Yes, but comment below. Let us know what you think if you watched any of the shows, what your favorite show was, yada, yada, yada. But
Seinfeld reference.
is that a Seinfeld reference?
It is.
And I didn't even watch the show. That's for
We'll
another
talk about
episode.
that in another episode.
But we thank you guys so very much for watching and listening for another one of our podcasts. We have a lot of fun doing this. And I guess until next time, we will
See you guys in the next
later.
one.
See you next one, everybody.
Don't forget, guys, you can check us out every major platform where you get your podcast. See you later.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.